Hi, my name is Jerri Goshien, and the book I am going to discuss is called The Way We Work, Getting to Know the Amazing Human Body by David McCulley. If you guessed that this book is about the human body and the way the different systems work, then you would be correct. It is actually very informative and pretty much goes over everything that we have going on in our bodies at a basic level, since this book is for students somewhere around 4th, 5th grade. It's fairly basic, but relatable and understandable to them. So as far as the book is written, it is extremely organized. The author starts at the very basic level, the cell. There's not much smaller we have going on than our cells. So he starts at the very beginning, and once he explains those, then he moves on to atoms, and then molecules, and then the DNA. And then from there, he goes to tissue, and then he starts explaining the different systems of the body. So basically what he does is he starts at the very beginning, and he takes this information and he builds upon it. So once you have, information 1, 2, 3, then you can get to 4, 5, 6. So it's actually very easy to understand and easy for children to learn that way. The style of the writing is, again, basic. It has some medical terminology, but it is well explained, or it is easy enough for the kids to ask the teacher for an explanation if they don't understand it. He doesn't overdo medical words. He does use the correct names for the body parts, but doesn't get so bogged down in the medical terminology that it's too hard for the kids to understand. So it's very straightforward, descriptive, and relatable to the kids, since they're words usually they've heard before, or if they haven't, they have enough context clues that they're going to figure out what it is. As far as the illustrations go, there is an illustration on every page of this book. Everything that he says is backed up by an illustration, and the illustrations are great. There are so many. We're just going to pick one. Here is one that kids would know very well. This is what happens when you get a scratch and your blood has to clot, and this shows, he describes it in here, what it means for your scratches or your cuts to have to stop bleeding and what clotting is, and it kind of shows you a little illustration of how clotting happens. So not only are the kids getting a description of it verbally, but they also get to see what he means and what happens, and that's really important to a lot of kids. They really understand it better with the pictures, and everything in this book that he explains has a picture that goes along with it. So it makes it really, really easy for the kids to understand and relate to. As far as accuracy of this book, there's a blurb on the back that says that the author studied for years to make sure that he had the most accurate information. He himself is not a doctor, but he studied and researched and researched and researched. As far as his research goes, on his acknowledgement page, he has a whole list of doctors and professors and surgeons and everybody that he collaborated with to make sure that all of the information in this book is correct. So I feel that it's probably pretty accurate. And like I said, it is at a basic level, so you're not gonna be able to perform surgery off of this book, but the kids will get to understand and learn more about their body systems, about why their stomach hurts when they don't feel good, what happens when they do get a cut, and why it's important to get it cleaned out and not cause an infection. So it kind of gives the kids or the students a basis of health and taking care of their body. So I think it is a good book. It's a good nonfiction informative book. For those reasons, it's very relatable to students of that age where they are trying to figure out what's going on with their bodies, and it gives them some answers or some jumping off points where they will get to know just enough, and then they can go talk to their parents or their pediatrician or whoever they have to talk to about certain things that are happening. Would I recommend it? Yes, I would recommend this book to use in your classroom if you are doing a chapter on the human body. There is a chapter at the end that does have to do with reproduction, and that might be too much for some of the kids, or the parents may not approve. So this book may be better if you used excerpts from it. Say if you're talking about the heart, maybe get the part of the heart, photocopy it, or put it on your projector for the kids to see. So maybe they're not handling it because, you know, there's illustrations on every page, and it's the reproductive system. So, you know, you have to just use your judgment on that, but I would definitely recommend this book. I think it's a great book to use. I think it's a good, informative source for the kids to learn about their body, and I think it's a winner. I would definitely recommend it. Thanks.